everyone, Dr. Luqman here with Excited Cats, bringing you another exciting cat topic. And I do sincerely hope that this video finds you all in good health and really happy with your pet cats. Now, in today's video, we're going to be going over part 4 of our What to Do When You Find an Orphan Kitten series. And today we'll be talking about veterinary care for orphan kittens. So before we proceed, this is your friendly reminder to please hit that subscribe button, guys. Do leave us a like, and as usual, please leave us a comment. And let's get started. Now, you might think that kittens usually don't need veterinary care before they are weaned. However, this is not true. And the reason that this misconception unfortunately exists is because many people feel like mother cats take care of kittens just well, and in the absence of a mother cat, they can do the same job. And many people feel like the main parts about kitten care are just, keeping them well fed, making sure they use the toilet properly, and of course, keeping them warm. Now, please make no mistake that these are very important things. Yes, when you do adopt an orphan kitten, you do have to keep them well fed, you do have to keep them warm, and you do also have to make sure they are urinating and defecating properly, which we have discussed before. However, veterinary care is also very important for orphan kittens as well, and we'll explain why. One of the reasons is that many times you might find an orphan kitten because their mothers choose to abandon them. Now, the exact reason why is not clearly understood, but it is thought that mother cats sometimes have an instinctual knowledge of when something's not right with a kitten, when they feel like a kitten will not thrive, and they will, choose to abandon a kitten. Mother cats might choose to abandon kittens because they are not well fed enough, so they think that the weakest kitten has to go. This is unfortunate, however, this is also what they call the circle of life. In any event, sometimes kittens are born weak because mother cats actually contract some illnesses when they are pregnant. Now, a very good example of this is actually parvo. So kitten parvo is actually very deadly for kittens. However, sometimes adult cats do get, feline parvo. But interestingly enough, adult cats rarely show severe clinical signs of parvo. And in many cases, you might not even notice that an adult female cat, while pregnant, has parvo. She might not actually have any adverse signs whatsoever. On the other hand, her developing fetuses can get problems if she had parvo while she was pregnant. Therefore, they might be born exceptionally weak, or they might have issues, particularly with their eyes, or other issues generally involving, well-being and not thriving enough, or not growing fast enough, etc. So this is why veterinary care is important for kittens. You might need a veterinarian to prescribe extra medication or supplements for a kitten that you find. Another reason that veterinary care is very important is because there are some parasites that mother cats can transmit to their kittens. These parasites are actually what we call transmammary parasites. They can actually go from the mother's milk to the kittens while the kittens are still nursing with their mother before you found them orphaned. At other times, there are some parasites or some diseases or ailments that can also affect kittens in utero. That means when the kittens are still inside the mother's uterus and the mother is pregnant and she contracts certain illnesses, bacteria, viruses, parasites, etc. These can affect the kittens and they can be born with these ailments as well. So therefore, veterinary care is once again important for orphan kittens. Third, another reason you might want to consider veterinary care for orphan kittens is because many kittens are unfortunately susceptible to what is known as fading kitten syndrome. Now, this isn't like, a specific illness in itself, but rather a sign of a kitten that is not thriving or growing properly, not putting on weight properly, or just in general not looking so well. And unfortunately, many of these kittens do not make it. However, if you have early signs of a kitten not growing properly, not putting on weight, not thriving as much as their litter mates especially, if you do seek veterinary intervention at that time, there is a chance that your veterinarian can save that kitten, with basically special care for pediatrics. So this involves keeping them in a very controlled environment, giving them lots of extra supplements, and having, of course, emergency staff on standby in the unfortunate event that the kitten does need to be resuscitated. Whether or not your vet will choose to do this with your kitten actually depends on a case-by-case basis, so there's no guarantee that your vet will actually go ahead and try to do that with your kitten. Nonetheless, the odds of a kitten surviving fading kitten syndrome with prompt veterinary intervention are much higher than them surviving without it. Now, please bear in mind that vaccinations are very important for all cats. However, kittens usually cannot be vaccinated until they are weaned. This is for kittens that are with their mothers. Now, the reason why most veterinarians choose to wait is because maternal milk does have some antibodies that will essentially counteract many vaccines, and therefore kittens are usually not vaccinated until they are weaned and maternal antibodies are low. Another reason why veterinarians don't choose to vaccinate kittens that are orphaned, without mother's milk or without maternal antibodies, is because the kittens might not be able to handle it. Now, most vaccinations that are formulated for kittens or cats or animals in general do have guidelines, which is what veterinarians follow. In many jurisdictions, they have a legal requirement to follow specific guidelines, which is why your veterinarian might not choose to vaccinate your orphan kitten. However, veterinarians can deworm kittens that are as young as 2 weeks of age. And this, as I mentioned before, is very important because kittens are prone to parasites at a very young age as well. Now, they can get internal parasites from their mothers or just from the environment in general, but they can also get external parasites. Chief among these are actually fleas, which can be very detrimental for kittens because fleas feed on blood. Now, the amount of blood that an adult cat would lose is not as detrimental as the amount of blood a kitten would lose, just because kittens tend to have a lower volume of blood in general. So this is why you should absolutely take your orphan kitten to your veterinarian to have them dewormed. So thanks for tuning in again, guys. On next part of the series, we'll talk about weaning your kittens. So if you have a kitten that's around 4 to 5 weeks of age, that was an orphan that you rescued, and they're now thriving, at around 4 or 5 weeks of age, you can actually move ahead and try to get them weaned onto solids. So we'll discuss that in our next video. For now, this is me, Dr. Luqman, once again giving you a friendly reminder to please hit that subscribe button, do leave us a like and a comment, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.